What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates on Bitcoin. I have not made a video in the past couple days. I got back from vacation last week and work was extremely overwhelming. But I'm back now and let's get into it. Is this rally going to continue or are we still going to have a massive dump? I'll tell you what I think. Stick around. Don't forget we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. There's a link to it. Check it out and let's get into it. Alright guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence before investing or trading in any market. The Cobalt Vault giveaway that is today at the end of the video, definitely stick around to see if you're a winner. And if you want to enter to win for next week's prize, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, smash that like button, take a second out, smash the like, leave your comment, and that'll get you entered to win next week's prize. I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week, and let's get into it. Looking at the news headlines to get a feel for the sentiment. I'll refresh here in case there's something new. Why Bitcoin suddenly spiked to 10,200, instantly liquidating 75 million in shorts. I got caught in a short. I didn't get liquidated, but I got caught in a short too. When you're not in a good mood, guys, you probably shouldn't be trading. Also, if you set stop losses, I tell people all the time, do not move them. And I didn't follow my own advice, and all you can do after that is get back up, brush yourself off, and continue on. But anyways, let's get on with it. Bitcoin hits 10,000 for the first time in several weeks. Chess Grandmaster Kasparov, Bitcoin empowers the public and protects dissidents. ESPN announces online gaming that allows Bitcoin deposits and withdrawals. Ethereum price rally to 370 depends on Bitcoin's upcoming weekly close. And we've been talking about the weekly close for quite some time, and we'll take a look at where that is, in my opinion. That's pretty much about it. So there's some bullish news. Obviously the sentiment is extremely bullish. Fear and greed index is at 55 still at greed, but there's not many bears out there. I stand alone as still remaining a bear. I do believe there is a possibility for a little bit further up, but unless we break that 10,560, I will still remain bearish. Let's take a look at the monthly. So we've been looking at this as bearish divergence, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Now it depends on where this closes today, and how I feel about that. I've moved this line up to this wick, so we're still getting rejected at this wick here, and that is at 10,150, right in that range. So if we can close above that, that'll be pretty bullish. But we'll take a look at the weekly close, and that's tonight, where I think it needs to be to remain bearish and what it will take to make me bullish. All right, so looking at this, let's take a look at it from an Elliott wave perspective. Well, we'll do that in the weekly. Let's go over to the weekly. All right, so I have some seriously bullish targets and some seriously bearish targets. We'll take a look at both. You make up your own mind. I'll give you my opinion, but you need to make up your own mind. All right, so as you can see here, in that trend line we had drawn off of these 2 wicks here on the weekly, we did poke through here, and we're poking through now. And I've been talking about this weekly. A close above 9,700 would make me bullish. I would be a little more to the bullish side, but not totally bullish still. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. But a close above 9,700 for the weekly today would be pretty bullish. But as you can see, the volume is just still declining. There's no real breakout volume here like we had over in these spikes here. So as of right now, it's not looking as bullish as people think. But let's take a look at the bullish case. So say we do break out here. If we take a measured move of this whole thing, and put it up to where we're breaking out now. Where would that get us? Could get us up to the about the 2700 range. I have a target here at 25. Looking at it as, I'm going to put this in here real quick. If you looked at this as a triangle, L8 wave triangle, you would have A, B, C, D, and E would be one more touch to the bottom, maybe around 4200. And if that was to happen, and that's if we don't break out and continue this rally here. Let's say we broke out in this range somewhere around the end of this year. The target then would be around 25,000. I do want to show you another chart here in a minute of why we could be looking at 2024 for a new all-time high. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm going to show you something kind of interesting that kind of goes against the grain of what everybody else is saying. So let me get this off of here now. We will take a look at this too, the falling broadening wedge that we broke out of here. As you guys know, our measured move here from the breakout is 16,000. If that happens to be the case, that would be my next target if we do close above here and get support on this top trend line here. Let's look at the RSI. So looking at the RSI, as you can see, we broke out of this falling channel, did get support. Now the question is, do we come back up and tag the top of this one more time before continuing down, which is a possibility, and that could get us up to that 16,000 if that was to happen. Let's take a look at, this is the chart I was talking about. Let me get the RSI off there. As you can see, back over here, our first bull run took 623 days to break the all-time high from the first bull run over here. 623 days. Over our next major rally took us 1,232 days, so it's about 95% before it broke the all-time high. As you can see, they're getting longer. I think this one is going to be up. I don't want to say I think. Yeah, I think there's a possibility that this one could take us all the way to 2024 before a new all-time high. I know a lot of people think that's absolutely impossible, and I could be wrong. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure. You know, I'd been saying before 2021, I think is going to be the big rally to the new all-time highs or to break the old high. But there is a possibility that we come all the way here. If we take 95% of this, and that would leave us to right around May of 2024, that'd be 2,359 days till we break the all-time high of 20,000. Like I said, obviously it doesn't have to be, but it is pretty interesting that each one of these cycles is just getting bigger. If this one does take that long, that'll give us an idea what's coming next in the future. Let's look at the daily. All right, so I may be taking the yellow trend line off here, and I'll show you why. We were looking at this rising channel that we fell out of with a target of 69. And the orange line here, looking at it as a rising broadening wedge with a target of 5,600. Then we have the pink one with a target of 4,400. And then I had the yellow one here with a target of about 4,100. I'm going to get this one out of our way now, and I'll show you why. As you can see, we came back up to retest it, and we retested it a few times, finally broke through, and we tested the pink trend line here. Let me get this out of the way. And that's why I said before close, if we get back above this 10,160, it's going to be pretty damn bullish. We'll probably gain support on the pink line and then be coming back up to the $11,200 range. That is one of the possible targets. We'll see what happens. If we can't break this, we may just come down from here, and that's what I believe is going to happen. But what I believe and what happens can be two different things, but I do like to give you guys my opinion. We also have a target here at 8,800, and that would be around where the 200 EMA would lie if we did continue down from here. It actually might go lower to 87 or 8,600, depending on how quick this would come down if it does. And that could be also retesting the top of this falling channel that we broke out of. So we'll see what happens there. Again, the daily, looking at it, declining volume. There's really been no huge breakout volume here, guys, in the daily at all. So let's look at, oh yeah, my wife's webpage, inkyorimage.com. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out. There is a link below in the description. She has a lot of cool crypto stuff on there. She can put any crypto you want on any of this stuff, not just what you see. So hit her up in the contact if you have any requests. All right, another thing. Prime XBT, I'll leave a tutorial up top if you want to check it out. If you are interested in trading, if you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% off, or 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. Savy25 gets you 25% off your fees. Be careful, guys. Like I said, emotions and how you're feeling can have a lot to do with, you know, what happens when you're trading. So also keep in mind, Prime XBT, you can trade Forex, gold, oil, silver, S&P, Dow, all kinds of stuff on there with using your Bitcoin as collateral. So let's take a look at the daily on a different view here. And I'm going to go into the RSI and just take a look at this. As you can see, if we look at this high and the high at where we're at now, we are not making any divergence as of right now. Let's take a look at the RSI though real quick and take a measured move of the breakout here of this falling channel. If that is in fact what it is, we could come back all the way up to around the 75 for the RSI. That could be that one more push up that I was talking about. We'll take a look at the targets for it here in a minute. But it looks like if we do break this 10,560, that will be a new high from over here. As you guys know, these have been just continuous lower highs. I know a lot of people are talking about this possibly being a head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders and a blast off up, which is possible if we break the 10,560. And what would the measured move be? Approximately 17,000 is where that would go, if that's what it was. But I don't like this left shoulder. I don't believe it to be that. And honestly, what I do believe it to be is an inverse head and shoulders, but I think we have more downside to go for us. This being the left shoulder, this being the head, and the right shoulder I think would come down into this area, possibly all the way back down to the golden pocket zone. And we'll take a look at those Fibonacci retracements for this move here, for this swing low to swing high up here. I'm going to get, well, I'll just keep that there for now. All right, so swing high to swing low, our 0.236 fib is around 88 or 8,888. You can see we did get plenty of bounces here. It has remained as support. If we do make it down to this area and it does break, our next support is going to be around 8,500. I have this trend line drawn in here, it's the same one off of right here in the RSI. Let me get this out of here. So coming back down to 85, if we were going to do that, I think this would be our new support line. Coming down to, let's say, maybe the beginning of August, we could be looking at that if that is to happen. Then the 0.382 fib, if it was to come back down and test this trend line, would be around the end of October or end of August, around $7,920. Then we have our long-term support and resistance. And I'm giving you these dates. That's only if we come back to test these lines in those areas. So it's just kind of a rough estimate. You know, we could get a huge pump up from here, break this 10,600, be off to the races, which I don't think is going to happen. You know, we could drop straight down like we did over here also to create that right shoulder. We'll see what happens. And then we also have the 0.5 fib at 71.22. If that doesn't hold, our target is 69. And if that doesn't hold, then we're looking at the golden pocket zone between 61.50 and 63.60. I would expect at least a bounce there. I'm sure a lot of people will be buying at the golden pocket zone. But if that does not hold, then we're looking at our old target of 5,400, possibly 5,239. And if you're looking, if it was to come down and retest this trend line at these levels, then you could look at the dates. Like this would be all the way in November. Remember also we have a CME futures gap all the way down here around $3,500. Not saying it has to hit, guys, but keep that in mind. That is down there. I know everybody's extremely bullish. Just you know, like I said, make up your own mind. But until we break this 10,560 and close at least a daily above it, I'm not long-term bullish. Let's put it that way. I could be short-term bullish if we pass that 97, or if we hold above 9,700 for the weekly close. So I'd be short-term bullish there. But all in all, long-term, the only way I would turn bullish is a break of the 10,560 with a daily close above it. Let's go into the 4-hour. Same thing in the 4-hour, obviously just a smaller look at it. But if you look at the yellow dotted lines here, we had falling channel. The measured move of that falling channel is 10,420. So that is a possible for our measured move up. We could get one more test of this top trend line of these highs here, and let's see what the last one was. The last high was around 10,432. So definitely possible we get up there. Keep an eye on it. I believe there's a good possibility we continue down from here, but I could be wrong. Let's look at the RSI. So in the RSI, it does look like we are forming a rising broadening wedge. A break of this bottom trend line should bring us all the way back down to test this yellow trend line on the RSI on the bottom. That may be around 9,200. A break of the 9,200, then we'd be looking to retest this trend line here at around 89.50, depending on where we hit it, somewhere in that area. We may come back all the way back over here to 8,800 to retest the top of this. And another big bullish scenario, guys, a bullish outlook on this would be coming to retest this trend line around 11,200. I'll go throw a target on there. It's definitely possible. I think it's less likely, but guys, like I said, make up your own mind. If we did break this 10,560, that would be my target, 11.2, and then I would expect to at least come back down and retest that 10,500 range before continuing up. If we do that and come back down and get support, that would be extremely bullish. But I'm not there yet. I'm not bullish. With all the crazy stuff going on in the world, I know the markets are pumping, blah, 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 but I'm not buying it. Yeah, my opinion. But looking at the 1 hour, so all of these are invalidated now because we were going off this swing high to swing low. Obviously, we've broken that. I'm going to get this off of here now. Let's get these out of the way, and we're going to put some new ones up. And they're only valid if we don't break this high that we're at now. I did have a target here of a 10,140, and that was looking at this. And it's kind of funky looking, but I was looking at it as a possible Adam and Eve, although this isn't too pointy, but an Adam and Eve here with a neckline up top. And if we take the measured move of that neckline from the neckline down to the head, bring it up here to where it broke that neckline, and that got us to my target was a 10,144, but it got to 10,153. It is possible, guys, we go up and test that 10,200, 10,250 level. Maybe get a stop hunt up here for anyone that shorted. But again, we'll see what happens. As of right now, I do believe it's a good possibility we topped out here. To come back down and test this neckline would be around 900 or 9,480. A break of that, then we would be coming down to the $8,900 to $9,000 range to retest this red trend line. Look at the RSI, nothing too special. No divergence to speak of as of right now. But we are getting a little pump here. We're back above 9,900. Are we going to go test 10,000 one more time? Maybe, like I said, if we do break 10,150 level, we could be looking at going to retest that 10,500. Yeah, that's about it for right now. Let's pick the winner of last week's Kobo Vault. And we'll generate a number. Whoops, we got to generate 1 through 7. Actually, it'll be 1 through 5 because I did not make 7 videos. So 2, we'll count back 2 videos. 1, 2. Copy link address. Put it in a random comment picker. Load comments, and let's see who wins. Don't forget to smash those likes and leave your comments down below, guys, to get you entered to win next week's. Let's randomly pick a winner. Brooke F. CryptoSavy did today, though. It did today, though. I'm not sure what that was the answer to, but you won. Brooke F. Get a hold of me. You can email me. It's down below in the description. Or if you're in the Discord, hit me up in the Discord, and I'll make sure that you got 24 hours to claim it. And I'm out of here. Thanks, guys.